Yes, people, welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. Is that time again. Liverpool versus Manchester City, whatever way you want to say it. Manchester City versus Liverpool in the FA Cup. So Man City are going for the treble, Liverpool are going for the quadruple. So who's going to win tomorrow? I'll bring a little bit here and there, especially to Liverpool's advantage, because the last time we faced Man City finished 2-2. We should have won that game in order for us to go ahead in the league. 7 games to go, but you know, anything can happen, or City might make the games boring and just, you know, keep possession for the whole 90 minutes and just get a goal, the odd goal here and there. That's what worries me about this remaining 7 games. But forget about that. Enough. Before we start, hit that subscription button, people. Hit that notification button and hit that like button as well. It will help us, you know, around YouTube, so other people can see us as well. So much appreciated if you do that for us. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. I'm always going to say that because, you know, I've just come back recently, and a lot of people obviously message me, welcome me back, and I'm always grateful for that. So let's talk about tomorrow's game, Liverpool versus Man City, Man City versus Liverpool, which way you want to go. It's going to be one of those games that's going to define who's going to win the quadruple or who's going to win the treble. What I've seen around Twitter, around YouTube, around the social medias is a lot of people are worried about the way we performed in the first game, second game of this of Liverpool Manchester City's obviously that recent game, and just worried about the way we performed in the first half. Second half we was in and out, but we still held our own. What people forget, it finished 2-2, and I see a lot of people like going negative on players. You know, Henderson, Fabinho. You know, it's just all over the place. And Robertson, he got battered by Jesus. They're saying like, but I'm not really complaining about anything like that, because we've done pretty good, people. We've done pretty good. Considering where we was in that first half, and already people already trying to from what I've seen around the social media, people already trying to like get rid of players and, you know, bring in new players or bring in players from the bench in order for those players to get off the first team lineup. But like, we haven't lost. You know what I mean? So what's the issue here? You know what I mean? Man City are the home team. You expect them, for the amount of money they spent, you expect them to be in the front foot. If Liverpool was in Anfield, you expect us to be in the front foot, especially with the crowd on our side and everybody pushing us. It's the same, vice versa. We haven't got the divine right to be moaning about being dominant, you know, if you know what I mean, people. Yes, in my opinion, I prefer our first 11 than Man City's first 11, but in that game, I think we was nervous, and it took us a while to get into that game. But what you got to look at as well, during the season, we started slow. Even if it's home, away, wherever we are, we always start slow for some reason this season. And that's what we need to improve on in order for us to be like, you know, other teams to fear us, if you know what I mean. And I don't know what happened to our front, like, you know, the way we used to start before. We used to just go at teams in the first 20 minutes, get a couple of goals, and then, you know, just relax, let the other team come on to us, and then if they can't score, we hit them on the counter attack, and then we score some more. I don't know what's happened to that. Like, I think Klopp is trying to maybe control games more, hence why we're starting very, very slow, or the communication is not getting through. I don't know. I have no idea. I wish I can tell you, people, but it's been like that the whole season. This is not the only game that we faced Man City recently. This happened. Even if you look at the Benfica game, we started slow again. So maybe it's the personnel. Maybe there's not enough runners in the midfield, in the attack. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But listen, we didn't lose the game, so let's just concentrate on this game. Maybe this game will come out better. Maybe we're gonna do the front foot in this game and dominate them in that. What disappointed me in the first, obviously the previous game against Man City, was the way we didn't get enough set pieces, because we're the best set pieces like from corners in the Premier League. So we didn't trouble them in that kind of way. which angered me. I think we had about one corner or two. I don't know exactly. It wasn't a lot from what I've seen when I was watching the game. So that's what we need to get back to. Get some more set pieces outside the box from corners and give them more problems, if you know what I mean. I honestly think like we can win this game. I think we could win it in a way like to avenge that performance against City in the first game, and keep possession more, run more than them on the pitch, and put your foot where it hurts. Sometimes like if you like start. Sometimes they say the first tackle in the game, like crunching tackle in the game, is what sets it off, and especially the other teams say, "Hold on a second, man. This team is up for it." I mean, we don't want to go in there and try to injure ourselves, or you give them that fear. You need a fear back from that team, and that's what we need to do. We haven't got enough of those aggressive players. Thiago gives it sometimes, Fabinho gives it sometimes, but we need to be consistent with that stuff. If you know what I mean, people. There's sneaky ways you could do things like that, but we haven't learned, that kind of stuff. We're just too nice. I know I say a lot. We're just too nice. That's what we've got to get away from. If you look at the most successful teams in the past, every team had an aggressive player on the pitch, one or two at least. You know what I mean? So that's what we need to start doing. Because if you let them pass it about, make you run up and down the pitch, and they don't care about you, about your reputation, that's the performance you're going to get like in the previous game. And that's the last thing we want in this game as well. But I think our performance will get better, because if you look at Liverpool Football Club, whenever we have issues in the first instance, in the first game or whatever it was, we always get better in the second round, if you know what I mean. If you look at the Champions League, one season we didn't win it, next season we won it. If you look at the Premier League, one season we didn't win it, by 1 point, obviously the City beat us, next season we won it. So we always learn from past mistakes, and I'm hoping on Saturday at Wembley in a neutral ground, and Liverpool's going to outnumber Man City fans, as we always do. I'm not making fun of Man City fans, but we outnumber every fan in the Premier League, in Europe. It doesn't really matter where the game is. If Liverpool are playing, we're going to be there in our numbers. I want our fans to outshout them, do whatever it is possible to show them that Liverpool ain't messing about in this game. That's what I want to see tomorrow. I wish I was there, but tickets are hard to come by. That's life. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'll be at home watching the team and supporting the team. And listen. I have a feeling we're gonna have a better performance than the first one, or previous one. Sorry, I got a feeling we're gonna have a much better performance, and I think we're gonna be more in the game than the previous one as well. I can see us winning by 2 goals to 1. City always going to score, from any kind of angle. But you got to look at City's goals as well. It was one deflection, and the other one was it wasn't tracked back by Trent. So their goals were pretty lucky. Our goals were set up in a way. It was like a world-class team kind of way, if you know what I mean. There's a difference between the two. It was deflection, Jota, it was Robertson that crossed it to the far post, Trent laid it back and he slotted it in. And then you look at the Jesus goal, corner taken, came back out, went to Cancelo hit in the far post, and then Jesus didn't get followed by Trent, and then he hit the crossbar. Another day he would have hit the crossbar, probably went off, you know what I mean. So, and then you look at our goal, the second one from Mane. Salah got the ball. They did a bit of trickery on the right wing, and then Salah done a great through ball for Sadio Mane, and Sadio Mane curled around the goalkeeper on his left hand side. So if you could see both teams, we've done if you look at our goals, was immaculate. It was perfect, and then you look at their goals, lucky. Majority of them, let's be honest, it was pure luck. That's what it was. What can I say about this game? Just go on the front foot, Liverpool. Just go on the front foot. Show them who's boss, and win your battles on the pitch, and make sure you don't show them any fear. That's what it is. That's how we can win this game. And make sure you keep clean sheets, people. We don't want to concede goals on a regular basis. We've done so well, and then we concede 2 goals against them in the last game. We don't want to go back, tit for tat. Just keep the clean sheet. I know we're a different team. We're not the battling team anymore that we used to be with Wijnaldum, Henderson, Fabinho. We're different now. We're more controlling. We're more passing team. So let's just keep the ball more and don't show them too much respect. Do what we are good at. Play our game, and then we'll be fine about that. Yeah, I could, like I said, I could see the game finishing 2-1. Let's go Liverpool. I say. I think Man City haven't got Kyle Walker, and De Bruyne is a doubt as well. So that could be a boost for Liverpool. Like I've always said about Kyle Walker, he's a third centre back. He's not a right back. People, if you look at him, he doesn't cross that halfway line more than 5 yards. And you never see him running down that wing and crossing balls in, whipping balls in like Trent and Robertson do. He doesn't do that. He's the third centre back that covers those slow centre backs. You know what I mean? So his pace is the thing that clears everything behind them when everybody gets past them. But he's not going to be there. I'm assuming, because what I've seen of the Atletico Madrid game, it looked like it was a pretty bad injury to his knee. So I'm assuming he's not going to be playing in that game. De Bruyne came off. He had a shin injury, maybe he'll play. I don't know. He's a doubt, but you don't know. He could play in this game. It's a big game for them, innit? They got the treble to go for. Liverpool have the quadruple. So we'll see. We'll see, people. Please, like I always say, like, share, subscribe, and put the comments down below and let me know what you think of the game. I think it's going to finish 2-1 to Liverpool. I think we're going to play much better than the previous game, and we're going to be more dominant. I got a feeling we're going to be more dominant, because I believe in the last game we was just too nervous, and we let City do whatever they wanted, and hence why they performed the way they did. I don't think Klopp would allow that performance to happen again, and we'll see. But as for the Liverpool squad, I don't think anyone's injured. People, I haven't heard anything. Maybe Gomez, but he won't start anyway. But the rest looks to be good. We've got a full squad. I hope Oxlade gets a chance again, people, because a lot of people make fun of him the way he's been playing recently. But if you look at before the AFCON, he was playing in the team, scored a couple of goals, he contributed. So I don't understand where this laughter comes from towards Oxlade-Chamberlain. Yes, he's not the player he used to be, but if you don't get a consistent run in the team, how are you gonna know? I mean, you need 10 games at least to get back to what you was. You don't just get given one game here, one game there, expect him to do wonders. It doesn't happen. That's not football. If you play football, you understand where I'm coming from. Majority of the people that talk, they haven't played football, so they don't know what I'm talking about. So, people, before I'm off, I've got to give you the starting lineup, of course. Okay, in goal, it's going to be Alisson, right back, Trent, centre back, Konate, left centre back, obviously, Virgil van Dijk. Left back Robertson, Henderson right in front of that defense. The reason I say Henderson, because I think Fabinho needs to come on some stage of the game to close it out or something along those lines, because if you look at him in the previous game, he was lagging in the midfield, and the way the ball went past him was unacceptable in most cases, because you are there to protect the defense, and if you can't do that, there's no use for you in the team. So that's why I'm taking him out. Still the best DM in the world. He just needs to understand, even if you lack the pace, you need to use your brain. Either bring the guy down or block his path. You know what I mean? So Henderson's got the legs. As everybody knows, he could run up and down. He could like catch up with people like De Bruyne. So that's why I'm putting him as a defensive midfielder. Everybody wants Keita to start a game. Well, this is his opportunity. So he needs to take it with both hands. He needs to be influential in the game as well. And then the other side, I'll put Thiago. You know, in Germany, Thiago and Keita, when they were playing there and they were like on proper form, this was a dream partnership. I think they were even talking about Bayern Munich having them two in midfield. But we have them at Liverpool. So I want to see this, midfield flourish, become even better. So we could be more dominant in that midfield. Yes, Keita and Thiago haven't got the pace to get back, but they need to use their mind a lot. They need to use their brain a lot. Block people's paths if they're going past you. You know what I mean? Make a tackle. Do something just to stop you running in full pelt. You know what I mean? So that's what they need to start doing. I'll put Diaz on the left, Firmino up front, and Salah on the right. Everybody's asking what Mane played well. Yes, Mane did play well, but it's time to rotate people. Like, you know what I mean? We haven't won that game. We drew that game. So maybe this is the way. And bring on Mane in the latter stages of the second half if we're winning or drawing or losing or something along those lines. give the firepower up front even more ammunition. I'll put Firmino in. I think he should have started in the previous game against City, but unfortunately they went with Jota. Jota did score, but it's the all-round play I want to see from Jota, instead of, like, you know, just scoring goals. Keep the ball, shield it, make sure nobody gets you off it, pass the right passes instead of, like, panic whenever you get the ball. Well, can I pass the ball? So that's what he needs to work on. Firmino's got all of that. Yes, he hasn't got the pace. Yes, he doesn't score a lot of goals, but you know, he's on form right now. He scored 2 goals in the Champions League in the previous game. So let's see what he does. He's going to be probably dropping deep, taking the defenders out of their comfort zone. And then you've got Rodri, who sits in front of that defense, has to follow him around as well. So if they follow Firmino around, the other two, they could go inside and, you know, get the goals from there. Obviously, I said in the beginning of this stream that Walker 100% can't play unless he makes a miraculous recovery on that knee injury against Atletico Madrid. Yes, everybody's asking why Salah playing, because he hasn't been, like, scoring. You can't score unless you play. You know what I mean? He needs to play. He needs to start playing games to get the goals back. So that's the only thing I could say about Salah. He has to play. He has to play in order for him to get the goals back. So, but he created a couple of chances. Yes, I had to go at him. Yes, I had to go at him in the previous game. But what angered me about him is all the stuff around him at the moment. You know what I mean? Just sign the contract and just get it over and done with. You can't do better than Liverpool. Trust me. You ask Firmino. You know, you can't do better than Liverpool, Salah. Just sign a damn contract, man, and stop looking for wages that's impossible. FSG don't pay. Just sign the damn thing. Yes, people, like I said, this is my starting lineup. Alisson goal, right back Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Henderson, Keita, Thiago, Diaz, Firmino, and Salah. And he said Mane and Salah. So this is my starting 11 for the game. I'm assuming probably it's close. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. So please, people, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you after the game tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and thank you. Please hit that subscription and like button and notification button as well. I nearly forgot that. You nearly got me there. You nearly got me. Take care, everyone.